What's going on, everyone? First off, we want to thank DeBree Football for, inviting us out where the Prowler could be a part of today's showcase, and it was an honor to be around so much talent and see the talent compete at a high level. So it's awesome.
And thanks for coming out. I appreciate you guys, and I know you guys stand for getting kids exposure and everything. And so having you guys out here is amazing.
No, for sure, man. It was absolutely anytime we could pour into athletes and try to help them move forward in their mission. Is what we're all about and support, because it's a family all together, right? As you
absolutely.
said earlier. So
Yeah. So with DeBree, we're all part of a family, and with us being together, you become part of our family, and helping the kids, man. That's the main thing. That's what we want. So
and helping kids at the right price, because y'all guys do a great thing. You also help them come to free, right?
Yeah. So what we do is we try to keep our camps as cost effective as possible, because it's hard. It's hard for families right now. And then if we have people reach out and say, hey, I can't afford it, even though we've kept it cost effective, then we have sponsors that will cover them also.
For sure. No, that's awesome. Not many camps they can say that, because a lot of parents, they spending so much money going to these mega camps, and unless you're a prospect camp invite, you're not going to get noticed, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing you get a camp like this, that you get one-on-one attention with these coaches that y'all make that time allotted for. So.
Yeah, and that's the best part about this. I feel like is they get time to not only compete, but they also get time to talk to the coaches one-on-one. So that's a huge part of our camp that we really try to emphasize.
No, that's awesome, and that's what today was all about, because they got that opportunity. And for the athletes that were here, today was a chance for them to compete, get noticed, and prove why they deserve that attention. Because there was a lot of one-on-one attention, which was good.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what we want. We want kids to come out that wouldn't have gotten noticed otherwise, and on paper they might not stack up like colleges would want, but when they see them play in person, they're dogs.
Yep.
And that's what we want out here.
For sure, and that's a good thing, because talent can only take you so far, but also it's today a lot of good attitude, discipline, and effort by all the guys that helps them separate from everybody else. And that's one thing this camp was very structured and benefited that, where you see good attitude in the right environment.
Well, and that's what we emphasize that way beforehand, that we want strong competition. We want them to compete at a high level, but we also want them to have high character. And so, we really push high character. And so we tell them, compete, but when it's done, you help your brother up, because we're all family here.
Yep. No, that's awesome. That's why we really respect how DeBree, football helps athletes not only get to camps and showcases, but also how to be a good athlete on the field, and then a lot of good discipline, and a lot of the good coaches were here. You had a arena football coach here, arena football player here coaching the DBs. That's pretty impactful. So
yeah. So not only did we have that, but the Anderson University coach was also coaching our quarterbacks.
Okay.
We did have a coach that couldn't make it. He had other obligations, but we had a D2 coach that was going to be coaching the O-line. And then one of my regular coaches, Gavin Patrick, he started here at Wabash as a D3 athlete, and then ended up transferring to NIU as a D1 athlete. So he coached our D-line and O-line.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's all players with true experience that you can't get at a lot of camps. A lot of these showcases they put on that is run by NCSA or something. Not all the time those coaches have that playing experience.
Yeah.
And playing experience at a college level, especially at D1 school, is a huge impact.
Oh, absolutely. And even if they didn't play at college, I have guys that are constantly with me. Gavin Patrick is constantly here. Caleb Buchanan, he coaches my DBs and my wide receivers. And he has really taken on a role to just be an impact for these players and teach them not only having a high character, but also work ethic.
For sure. But that's all powerful, and that's not just football. That's changing lives ultimately, and helping these kids change their own lives.
Well, and I feel like that's the mission, really. Not only when we first started talking, the mission of you guys, at Prowler, and it just aligned so much with our mission. So.
Yep. No, we stand all for that mission. We stand for affordability and the best outreach. That's why we launched the NIL side, because we got tired of seeing industries obtain 30-45% of the deal when they're just trying to get rich off a kid. And it's not all about that. It's about growing a kid financially, but also help them build a steady income where they could be potentially better off in the long run if they don't go play professional sports.
Absolutely.
And that's why we only take 15%, the lowest in the industry. not many people can do that, but we do with our AI capabilities, which is amazing. So
Yeah, and like I said, when you first talked to me, the way that I felt like we just aligned with how we wanted to help kids. You guys at the Prowler were your goal was to help them get to where they want to be and help them progress, and that's so much of what we have a mission of at DeBree is we just want to see kids succeed. And I saw that with you guys, and that's exactly why we were excited to have you guys.
no, for sure, and that's talking about that. That's why we're dedicating, hopefully next year, 6 to 10 athletes from the Memphis metro area that we're gonna sponsor to bring up from the Memphis area for the next showcase, man.
That's awesome.
So
That is great news. Like that's huge.
So that we're gonna do that internally, and hopefully we can get some kind of small camp up so we can qualify those 6 to 10 kids to see if they can get up here. But I think that'd be great for not only exposure for the Memphis athletes, but also for athletes to get outside of the Southeast area and get exposed to.
Dude, that is awesome. We would love to have them here and to highlight some of the kids from the Memphis area would be great. That's a great thing you guys are doing. That's awesome.
No, for sure. And we already offer a free package. A lot of athletes don't have the money to qualify for what we do, so we offer three state package. So if athletes wants to sign on, they don't have the resources, they don't have the funds, we put them through a questionnaire to see where they measure at, and they get 3 states to pursue with our AI capabilities. And it's been great because a lot of those kids are from low income schools, Title V schools that don't have the resources, don't have a recruiting coordinator on site, and then they get a chance, and so many of them have changed their lives due to it.
That's awesome. And see, that's exactly the way I felt like we aligned up. That's amazing. You're about wanting to help the children and help the athletes get there and the kids, and that's huge because you don't see that as much anymore with people. They care more about money than they do the athlete, and they see the dollar signs, and you guys are there to help.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, no, dollar signs makes everything go around the world, right? But
Yes.
it's not all about that. It's about the smile on the kid's face at the end of the day.
100%. 100%.
If kids get offered today, you see that smile light up, that makes the whole camp worth it,
And when I leave here, man, honestly, it's like an addiction. I wanna do it again. I'm ready to have another camp already. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. But we'll close it out with the Senior Bowl that's coming up.
Yeah. So the weekend of March 14th, 2027,
Okay.
we're gonna have the Senior Bowl, and I think you guys are gonna come back down. Saturday, the athletes are gonna be coming in. It's a 2-day event. They're going to come in, we're going to meet with them, talk, and then they're going to be broken up with their coaches. We've already got a coach out of Kentucky. Really excited about it. It's going to be fun. We announced it on X. We're going to be looking at getting another coach to put on the other side to face off. And after we meet with them, they're going to have 2 practices that day, a morning and an afternoon, and then we're going to jump right into that Senior Bowl on Sunday.
That's awesome, man. Can't wait for that, and a huge thank you to you guys for inviting us out this year and back next year. So
Awesome.
Look forward to growing the partnership, and also stay tuned for the update on the 6 to 10 players of how we're going to add them out of Memphis area, and can't wait to keep expanding DeBree and the Prowler, guys.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
No problem.